When the meetings concluded for the day, Inga tramped over the snow-crusted route back to Marie's boarding house. To take her mind off the cold, she mentally reviewed the highlights of the convention for her overarching article. Her thoughts wandered to potential markets. Cosmopolitan, The Chronicle, and McClure's were read by general audiences, and wasn't that who she was trying to reach? Could she dare submit to Scribner's, Harper's, or the Atlantic Monthly? Such reputable periodicals most likely would dismiss her sizable collection of Vogue and Donnevirke articles as inconsequential, except maybe not those she had written about this convention. She smiled to herself as she knocked on Marie's door. "Come in." Marie's voice reached her through the wood panel. Inga stepped into the room. "I'm going to write—" Marie's brother, Jess, sat on the sofa that had been serving as Inga's bed. He was wearing his Sunday suit, and his brown hair was neatly combed. The last thing she had expected was to see him in Des Moines. Her body tensed. "What are you doing here?" He stood and faced her, smiling broadly. "I came to fetch you back to Cedar Falls." His hazel eyes twinkled. Inga bristled. The man was nothing if not persistent. "I'm taking tomorrow's train. I already have my ticket." She shifted her gaze to Marie. Her friend shrugged. "I had no idea he was coming." "I'll escort you home." His smile faded. "I've got a ticket on the same train." Inga squared her shoulders. "I'm a grown woman with a master's degree. As a college student, I traveled between Oberlin and home by myself. I don't need an escort." Marie chuckled. "Looks like you'll be on the same train whether you sit together or not." Jess's grin returned. "So we might as well sit together." Inga released an exasperated sigh. "Only if you don't talk. I have articles to write." "You'd better sit at opposite ends of the car," Marie teased. "It's a long ride." Inga clenched her teeth. She removed her cloak, began gathering the belongings she had strewn around the room, and packed them into her small trunk. "Where are you going to sleep tonight, Jess?" "I've got a room in a nice hotel downtown. How about I take you girls to its restaurant for supper tonight?" His expectant gaze drifted from Inga to Marie. Marie frowned. "I really don't want to go out in the cold again." Inga nodded her agreement. "Me either." "If you like, I'll ask the cook if she can accommodate you for dinner," Marie said. "But they usually require a 2-day notice for guests, especially men." "Please, no." Inga massaged her throbbing temples. Jess's mouth had become a thin line. "That would do." "I'll be back in a few minutes." Marie laughed. Jess strode to Inga and planted himself directly in front of her. "Why won't you let me court you?" She met his gaze. "For the 100th time, because I want to concentrate on my career." "But we're 21 years old." He lifted a hand to her shoulder. "By the time our mothers were our age, they were both married and had children of their own." She took a step backward. "I'm still 20, and I worked very hard for my master's degree. I want to use it." He raised his eyebrows. "I know. You skipped 3 grades in school, so you're smart enough for raising a family and to help our mothers in their produce business. My father told me I can live on the old Ringa place when I marry. We could build a house just the way you want it." Inga propped her hands on her hips. "I'm not interested in running a produce business. I want to teach. I want to write. My adult life is just beginning, and I don't want to be tied down by a husband and babies, especially a husband who does not support woman suffrage." He narrowed his eyes. "You'll never find a husband worth his salt who does." She took a step backward. "I don't need to find a husband because I'm not looking for one."